where I learned a lot from this trade. Essentially, I took the same approach, a credit spread. However, as opposed to doing the 0 days to expiration, I took a 5 days to expiration. So let's take a look at the metrics and the trade itself. So going to the hourly, again, I entered around this breakout, and then I put my break even at 280. The reason I took a big loss on this trade is because after price had come down to my break even level, I continued to hold the trade when one of my rules is that once it crosses the lower mark of the spread, you just close the trade. I think there are a couple reasons why I held. For one, I saw this hammer candle on the 1 hour, and then the following candle, looking back at it, is a bearish candle. So that should have been my sell point. But that sort of gave me hope to stay in. And then I also had a couple more days for the trade to mature. When you take a look at the price action and you see how price sort of, where we're distributing and came all the way down to 2000 to 1980, made this almost an inverse head and shoulders and started to make higher highs and higher lows. So my thinking was that this trend will continue. So I entered a credit spread, which you're not going to win all your trades. So I wasn't mad that this trade didn't work out. The one thing that was frustrating was not closing the trade early. So I think this was just a lesson to continue to close trades. And in a way, don't take a big loss. Just if price is already coming down and the spread isn't working, close the trade early. Especially with credit spreads where the amount of money you can make is limited to how much you can lose, right? So if I take a look at the risk profile for, let's just get a 30 delta, which is what I usually sell. And let's say we analyze it. So let's say I want to sell this for $150. With the credit spread, let's say I sell one. So essentially, the most I can make is 150, but because it's a 5 wide spread and I paid $150 for it, the most I could lose is 350. So your max loss is a lot higher than your max gain. However, you have a lot of leeway room when you enter. So when I entered at this breakout at 2,106, my break even was at 2,800 or 2,070. In a way, just because you picked that delta doesn't mean you could be right. So this is one of the trades where I took the loss, and big learning lesson to just, one, obey your strategy of, this trend clearly was broken. And lastly, just if it passes that break even, just take the loss. So definitely a learning lesson when it comes to this trade. In the last trade, we'll go over